Hey, this is Frontosa Cichlid. Today's video, we're going to look at some of the things you need to consider when you have a grow out tank. One is, hey, when they get so big, where are they going to go? So I had a grow out aquarium. It wasn't full size for a Frontosa, especially not the amount I had, because I had a lot. I actually had more than I knew, because they were hiding and when you couldn't count them all at the same time. After moving these behind me, I realized I had probably up to 100 Frontosas in that one grow out aquarium at one time. Now I've sold some and I've spread some out, and so in this aquarium I brought about 10 or 11 Frontosas from that aquarium. So when you're looking at a grow out aquarium, it either needs to be really large, or at one point or another you're going to have to take some of those fish out and put them to other aquariums, or you're going to have to sell them. So if you're a breeder, which a lot of people who watch my videos are breeders or thinking about being a breeder, you have to think about where you're going to put your fish once they've reached a certain size from your grow out. What's your plans? So I plan to start keeping a lot more Frontosas so I can start breeding more, because the more I have full size and to maturity, the more I'll have to breed. So instead of making a big aquarium, which I don't have the money for, I'm starting to spread them out in my other aquariums. So let's take a look at this Frontosa land. It's an exciting aquarium. I got some Renubius in here, which I previously have not had in my Frontosa aquariums. I've got 2 sponge filters. I have 2 heaters, which I only will have to use one when it's warm enough. When recently it's been, last couple of days it's been warm enough. I guess now I unplugged one of the heaters. But when it gets cold, you know, I have to have 2 heaters, because in this den it gets cold. So sometimes you have to have 2 heaters in an aquarium, even though this right here, heater here is a 300 watt. It will not keep the temperature in this aquarium like it should, because the temperature in the room is so cool. So sometimes you have to have 2 heaters, even though you think one will do. So that's another thing to remember. So let's check out this Frontosa land. I'll give you a little bit of pictures and close-ups of the fish, and I'll be giving some more information. Now I want to start this video out with kind of a question, because a lot of you out there watching my videos have Frontosas, maybe even have Frontosas longer than I have. This guy on the top here, you see, this guy right here, if you look, he looks different than the other Frontosas. Now I'm wondering if that is it a genetic difference, or what is that? Is it because somewhere in the past there was some different Frontosas bred in his family, or what do you think? So that's a question for some of you viewers out there. You think that guy is just an oddball, or is he like to have some genetics from a different family of Frontosas? So if you look around here, the colors are already coming out. They haven't been in this aquarium but for a couple of days, but they're already starting to really relax. Now the one that hasn't relaxed yet is the male here in the cave, and I'll get a shot of him in a little bit. He's darker, but I really wanted to show him being dark, because actually it's kind of cool when he's dark. Now he'll probably lighten up later. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this particular male or not, because he's from a different family. He was an extra male I had from one of my other breeding groups. But for now, I just want to show you how dark he is, and that looks really cool. Really cool how he's dark from the other ones. Now he's definitely the alpha male in this aquarium. If you look around, he's definitely the alpha male. But he's way darker. Look how black he is. Now that's really cool. I like that. So I may decide to hold on to him. I haven't completely decided. Just give me an opinion on what you think I should do with this guy. I haven't named him yet, because sometimes I name him and I'm not wanting to get rid of him or sell him. So far he's not been named. So tell me what you think. You like him? Or you think I should let some of these other Frontosas in here that little brighter colors? I'm sure there's a male in that little group here we have here. develop into the alpha, like this one right here, maybe turn into a male. I don't know, maybe a big female, one by the cave. So I'm going to freehand this because it's a little bit easier for me to freehand, and we'll talk about a few more issues. Let me back up a little bit. Now if you look down here near the nubius, I have a little bit of rocks I didn't have to buy. These are actually coral rocks, so it may bring up the pH a little bit, just a little bit in this aquarium. Plus I needed something in there for decor, and I thought I'll use those. I got some other rocks in here. Got the sponge filter, 2 sponge filters going, 2 caves. Doesn't seem to be any problem with these Frontosas together so far as aggression. It's only been a few days. Now you see there, he's not as dark as he was just a minute ago. He's starting to lighten up. And you can tell the difference between him and the other Frontosas. Now it's possible if I decide to keep them, I might mix up that one with these other ones, but these are a lot brighter, the blues will really start to come out eventually. They're not really relaxed right now, even though the blues are coming out quite a bit, and the whites will explode with bursting with color. So what do you think? You think I should keep this, alpha male, or you think I should sell him? No, he's a good contrast with the, how dark he is. So I can keep them for a while, and then when they get close to where they're breeding, or if they do breed, I can see what the offspring turns out to be. So in this aquarium, I'm going to see if I can have more than just a pair. I may have to eventually take out a few of the Frontosas from here. But right now they're a size where I can have them in here. I actually have an aquarium that all of them, there's about 10, and they're all the size of the alpha male you see in this aquarium, and they're doing great. Now, one of the things that have a difference about that particular aquarium is they have a lot of caves, so they all have their little territories, and there's not really any fighting. Now if you look, these Frontosas are really colorful, really white and blue, but they'll even look more blue and white in the future as they start to relax in this aquarium. Now the one thing I haven't got set up in this aquarium so far is like a designated spawning site, because it's going to be some time before they're actually breeding in this aquarium. Now there's one topic I really need to talk about is, now some of you grow out aquariums, if they're not big enough, you can actually stunt the growth of these Frontosas or other African cichlids. Because it is true, if you have a smaller tank, your fish will not grow as fast, and they won't reach their full size. Now there are some people out there who disagree with that, and maybe certain fish that's true. But these Frontosas will not grow to the full size if they're in a very small tank. I know this from past experience. And you can comment on that and see what you think about that. But a smaller tank will actually stunt the growth. So by spreading these Frontosas out, they should grow a lot better, a lot faster. And even though these are not full size, these Frontosas are close to 2 years old. So I've had some males breed at 2 years. I don't know I think the female might have been 3 years. I'm not for sure on that. So what I'm looking to do is to get these breeding, at least some of them breeding in the 2-year mark. That's what I'm really excited. That's my goal, to see if I can actually get that to happen. I think the male was the difficulty. When I first had a male breed the earliest age, it took him a couple attempts to get it right. The eggs came out and I guess he didn't know what he was doing because they didn't get fertilized, which some fish do that. Sometimes you may not even notice that they're practicing and not getting it right. But the Frontosas I actually got it on video where he was attempting to breed and didn't get them fertilized, which a few weeks later, about 3 or 4 weeks later, they bred and they were all fertilized and they came out really good. Now check out the blues. Now see, the blues are coming out really well now. Like I say, it's only been a couple of days since they've been moved here. So look at the Anubias in here. So what do y'all think? I mean, in the past my Frontosa aquariums have not had plants, but I decided to give it a go on this one. And it's a lot easier to have plants in an aquarium that doesn't have a canister filter, because if they do get uprooted, they don't get sucked into the inlet. So, and there's a lot less flow, so the turbulence from the filter doesn't uproot the plants. So I'm excited to have that change in my hobby. Look how they kind of grouped around this one cave. I really enjoy the experience of seeing how the Frontosas can act differently from day to day. Then after about a couple weeks they can get into their own little set little territories, and then you can take some rocks and move them around and change them. So this video has been Frontosa Land. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you got some information out of it or just enjoy watching my fish. Tell me what you think about the Anubias, that particular fish you see right there. And tell me what you think about the male. You know, give me some comments, some questions about this. And thanks again for watching. Look around the video, around the screen for some other videos from Ricky Cichlids, and give me a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to Ricky Cichlids.